So hi everyone. So today's problem that is check if a string can be made equal with operation 1. So we have given that it is a easy problem. So what is given in the problem is you are given two strings s1 and s2 both of length 4 consisting of lowercase English letter. You can apply the following operation on any of the two strings any number of time. And what is the operation is we need to select two indices I and j such that j minus I equals to 2. Then swap the two characters at those indices in the string. And we need to return if you can make the string s1 and s2 equal, and if we are not able to make the string equal, we can return false. So what is given in the problem is we have given two string s1 and s2 and both are of length 4. Ska length be 4 and s2 is also of length 4. So and what is given in the problem is like if it is of a length 4, suppose there is a string that is of length 4. Suppose A, B, C and D. And this is also a string that is C, B, A and D. So basically these two are string and these are both are of length 4. S1, this is S1 and this is S2. And we need to what we need to do is like we can select any of the string, like suppose we can select S1, then what we can do, we can select two indices whose difference is 2, and then we can swap the two character at those indices in the string, and we can do these operation any number of times. So अगर अपन इस string में देखेंगे तो this is 0 index 1 2 and 3. So there are like 0 and 2. If we will try to find the differences of the indices, this will be 2. And if we can try to find for these two, 3 minus 1. So what is like in the string A, B, C, D, we can swap these two and we can swap these two any number of times when we need to form this string. And it is given key given like we can do this in any of the two strings any number of times. So like one thing is clear from this, like we need to swap and we need to try to get the other string. So we don't need to perform the operation on both the string. We can choose one string and we can perform these operation and we can try to make it equal to the h2. So this is clear from this question till now, and we have two operation we can do because every string will have length 4 only. So there will be 4 and we can swap 0 and 2 index character and we can swap 1 and 3 index character. So what we can do here is like if we can see the example, just a minute, if we can look into the example, what is given in the example is A, B, C, D is one string and second string is C, D, A, B. So this we can take as one string and we can swap these two and we can swap these two. Without swapping also we can compare if it is equals to this, but we can see कि ABCD is not equals to CDAB. So this is not true till now. But what we can do, we can try to swap these two. If we will swap these two, then it will become CBAD. Now we have option to swap these two as well. If we will swap now, after this also swap, we can check if these two are equal, but these are not equal till now also. So we will swap these two indices. C, D, A, B. Now we can check if these are equal. So yeah, these are equal. So it is, we can return true in this case. If we will check for the second example, A, B, C, D, D, A, C, B. So if we will check in both cases that these are equal or not, so these are not equal till now. Now we can select this string and we can swap these two characters. If we will swap these two characters, it will become C, B, A, D. Then we can try to check if it is equal, but if it is not equal till now also, then what we can do is like we can uh, try to swap these two also. And if we will swap these two, then it will become C, B, C, D, C, C, D, A, and B. C, D, A, and B. And if we can see, we are swapping these two characters from this modified string. So if we will compare this, then also it is not equal to this. And we have one more scenario left. What if we are not swapping, like this is the initial string and we are not, 1 minute, we can A, B, C, D. We are not swapping these two characters, but after swapping these two indices, we can get the string. So there is one more case. We can swap these two, A, D, C, B. After these two swap, we can try to swap these two like 0 and 2 and 1 and 3, and we can try to swap individual also, like what if अगर एक ही swap में अगर अपना काम हो जाए, like अपन को सिर्फ 0 और 2 को swap करना है and we don't need to swap this 1 and 3, and what if we have to swap 1 and 3 and we don't need to have to swap these two, and there is a case that we need to swap these 0 with 2 and 1 with 3, so there are three cases total. So after this also we can check, but after this also we are not able to get this string. So our all three scenarios are covered and we are not able to get the S2. So what we can do is like we can simply return false here. Now we will move to the solution. So there will be two solutions for this problem. Like we can try do it uh, in two ways. So what is the first solution is like we can basically try to check the string initially. If that S1 is equals to S2, if we will get the string equal, then we can simply return true. Now what we can do is like we can store this string in other string T1, and we will try to swap 0 with 2. Like A, B, C, D is the string, then we can try to swap these two, C, B, A, and D. We are swapping in the first scenario, we are swapping 0 and 2. 0 and 2, and we will try to validate it with the help of h2. If it is true, if it is equal, then we can return true. Then what is the scenario? Now we have done with this swapping. Now in the same string we can swap these two, so it will cover that scenario ki we are swapping these two also and these two also. So both swap will covered in this. So this is already swapped. So again, if we will swap these two, then it will become C, D, A, and B. So then we will in this both both swap are counted. So we will try to validate with this. If it is equal now, then we can return true. Otherwise, if it is not equal, then third case is like we will do swap on these two indices because these are not covered yet. We swap these two and then first case, and then in second case it is already swapped, and then we choose these two and we swapped it in second case. तो फर्स्ट केस में एक स्वैप काउंट हुआ था ये अकेला, एंड सेकंड स्वैप में मैंने इसको तो ऑलरेडी स्वैप कर लिया था एंड दिस आल्सो बी स्वैप्ड. सेकंड केस में काउंट हुआ. थर्ड केस में व्हाट वी विल डू, वी विल स्वैप ओनली दीस टू एंड वी विल ट्राई टू फाइंड की इफ वी आर गेटिंग द स्ट्रिंग. तो ये इसको स्वैप करने के लिए व्हाट आई डिड इज लाइक आई अगेन स्वैप्ड T0 with T0 with T2 because initially I swapped it. So again, if I will swap these two like A, B, C, D, then I will get my initial string. If I will get my initial string, then I can swap these two and I can get my third scenario and I can try to validate, and if it is equal, then I can return true. Otherwise, I can return false. This is the first case. What we can see in this case? We have the time complexity big of 1 because swap will not take much time, like it will take constant time in C++, but in Java or Python, if we will go, then it can take big of n. But in n space complexity is big of n because we are using this string which is of length n. Now we will go with the second uh, solution. Second, what we can do is, what the second solution is, Like if there is a string A, B, C, D, then how we can find it? Like we are seeing these two indices and these two indices. So how we can find the answer in this case is like other solution is we can compare this character. If this character is S of 0, this is S of 1, this is S of 2, and this is S of 3. Same will be there for second string S dash we can assume. So what we can do is like we can compare this S0 with S dash of 0 of second string. If it is equal, and simultaneously if this index is equal, uh, then we need to check that S0 S2 equals to S0 S dash of 0 S dash of 2. Like if that zero index of first string should be equals to zero index of second string, and second index of first string should be equal to second index of second string. And this should be true. Otherwise, what we can write in or condition is key that zero index of first string should be equals to second index of second string, and that second index of first string should be equals to zero index of first string. So from these two conditions, one should be true. And then same we can do with S1 and S3. Like we can try to write key S1 should be equals to S dash of 1, and S3 is equals to be S dash of 3. This is 1. And if it is not true, then there is like in or condition what we can write is S1 of first string is equals to S dash of 3, and S3 equals to S dash of 1. Simply, this is only I did it here. Like zero index, I will compare both string. If zero index is equal for both, then second should also be equals to both. This will be the first case. If it is not the case, then second we will do first will be equals to second, and second will be equals to first. This will cover our first scenario, what we did in previous solution. Like we are doing swapping one time and we can get this. Then second is like compare this 1 and 3 index of both. If it is already equal, then it is fine. Otherwise, in or condition, we can write one of one first index is equals to third index of second, and third index of first is equals to be first index of second. And we will do there are two conditions for this is for 0 and 2, and this is for 1 and 3. If we will get these both condition, then we can do the end of both. So we'll get our answer. In this case, it will see our time complexity is big of 1 and space complexity is big of 1, because we are not using extra space. Here we are not using any extra space to big of space complexity is big of 1 only. So yeah, thank you.